Welcome to another edition of In and Around Austin. I'm Fred Hudson. Today's show is about Christians in Kerala, a state in India. Several of these Kerala Christians live in and around Austin. Today's show is presented by Lizzie John, who's a professor at the University of Texas at Austin. She's lived in Austin since 1996 with her husband and children. They're Catholics from Kerala, India. Lizzie will talk to you about Christianity in Kerala.
I have lived in the United States for more than 2 decades. Many a time during this time frame, many of my American friends were surprised to know there are Christians in India. True, India is a predominantly Hindu country. However, there are quite some Christians in India. In today's show, we will present to you a glimpse at Christianity in India, especially in my home state of Kerala. This is by no means a comprehensive study on Christianity in India. Rather, it is a simple introduction to the presence of Christians in that part of the globe in purely my personal perspective. Kerala is a small state in the southwestern part of India, about 1/18 the size of the state of Texas. But the state is home to 7 million Christians, of whom 5 million are Roman Catholics. Just think for a minute, Texas has 6.5 million Catholics, and Kerala, 1/18 the size, has 5 million Catholics. I will first introduce you to the state of Kerala with a little bit of geography. Then, a brief history on Christianity in Kerala, followed by some demographics. After that, a glimpse at some Kerala churches, Catholic nuns, Christian schools and colleges, and a few Catholic weddings. I will also introduce you to a Catholic saint from Kerala and a pilgrim center, the Rosary Park in Cochin. Next time you go to your local HEB grocery store, take a peek at what is written on the back of the black pepper box from HEB. This is the HEB generic brand black pepper. On the back it reads, "Black pepper is the dried berry of a perennial evergreen vine native to the Malabar coast of southwestern India. Pepper has been and continues to be the world's most important spice." The land in reference as the Malabar coast of southwestern India is largely in the state of Kerala, my home state in India. On this map of India, you can see Kerala, which is a coastal state with the Arabian Sea on the west and Indian Ocean to the south. It is a narrow and long strip of land, more than 300 miles long, but less than 75 miles at its widest point. In many areas, it's only about 20 miles wide. Kerala is only 1.2% of the area of India, but has a population of 33 million, which is about 3% of the population of India. The word Kerala means the land of coconuts. Kera means coconut in the native language of Malayalam. Kerala is a state with coconut trees everywhere. Among the US states, Hawaii and Florida have the closest appearance of the flora of Kerala. Arts and crafts from coconuts are very common in Kerala. This is an impression of Jesus Christ created from one coconut. We brought it from Kerala about 12 years ago. It had coconut water inside it when we bought it, which has since then dried up. One can go to Google Earth or Wikimap and peruse this area on the globe. So from Austin, Texas, let's go around the Earth for about half the circumference of the Earth and here is India. You can see the major cities, New Delhi, the capital city. Mumbai used to be called Bombay. It's the Hollywood of India. Bangalore, the high-tech center of India. This is Calcutta, where Mother Teresa worked. You can zoom in, and this is Kerala. This is the nearby country of Sri Lanka or Ceylon. The popular theory regarding the origin of Christianity in India is that Saint Thomas, one of the 12 disciples of Jesus Christ, arrived in Kerala in AD 52. It is believed that he lived in the southern states of Kerala and Tamil Nadu for 20 years and converted several Hindus to Christianity and established 7 churches before he was martyred near Madras, present-day Chennai, in AD 72. There is historical evidence for trade between India and Jewish merchants dating back to 6 centuries before Christ. The Bible has one reference to India in the book of Esther. Chapter 1, verse 1 begins like this. Now it took place in the days of Ahasuerus, the Ahasuerus who reigned from India to Ethiopia over 127 provinces. It is documented in many historical works that traders from many countries came to India through the seaports at Cochin and Crankanur, also called Kodungallur. It is thought by many that Saint Thomas, Thomas the Apostle, might have had a Jewish cousin who made trade voyages with the Malabar coast of India, and Saint Thomas just accompanied his cousin. There is also a less popular theory about the origin of Christianity in India, that it is Saint Bartholomew, another apostle, who evangelized Kerala. Yet another theory is that merchants and missionaries from Syria who traded spices and coffee and tea with southwestern India brought Christianity to India in either the 2nd century or the 4th century. There are accounts of the arrival of Pantaleus in AD 189, Thomas of Cannae in the 4th century, and Cosmas Indicopletus in AD 522. Rather than the theory that Syrians brought Christianity to India, the stronger belief is that Saint Thomas brought Christianity, but because of the trade relationships with Syria, the Indian Christians were heavily influenced by the Syrian customs and traditions. Anyway, it is a well-documented fact that many international traders came to India through the seaports at Cochin and Crankanur. Many foreign religions have come and prospered in Kerala. Kerala had quite some Jewish population till a few years ago. Some of you may have read this article that Austin American Statesman had about Jews in India in September 2007. Many of the Jews returned to Israel after its establishment in 1948, but there are a few who still live in India. The Austin American Statesman article shows Sarah Cohen, who lives in Cochin, India, and this is her caregiver Abdul Anas, who happens to be Muslim. Kerala is known for its religious tolerance and hospitality. It is probably the hospitality of the Hindu kings in the region that helped Saint Thomas to preach and establish the roots of Christianity in that region of the world. Vasco da Gama and the Portuguese missionaries arrived in Kerala in 1498. When they tried to convert the locals to Christianity, they were surprised to learn that many of these local people already knew about and believed in Jesus Christ. However, many of the customs observed by these Indian Christians were not acceptable to the Portuguese. The Portuguese decided that they want to cleanse, quote unquote, the Christians out of their Hindu observances, which led to quite some strife in Kerala, culminating in the Kunan Cross Pledge in 1653, known as the Kunan Kurishu Satyam in Malayalam, whereby many traditional Syrian Christians of India denounced the Jesuit bishops that the Portuguese appointed. The Christians who decided not to accept the Portuguese or Rome continue to this day as Mar Thoma or St. Thomas Christians and Jacobite Christians. However, many of the Kerala Christians agreed to accept the Portuguese and Rome, and they became the Catholics. The Portuguese missionaries made further conversions, and the result of their evangelization from the 14th through the 16th centuries are the Latin Catholics of India. The Mass followed by the Latin Catholics in India is exactly the same Catholic Mass that's used by the United States Catholics. The Syrian Mass is much longer and has influence from the Eastern Syrian churches. At this point, Catholics of Kerala belong to one of three rites: the Syro-Malabar rite, who claim the St. Thomas connection; the Latin rite, who were the result of conversions by the Europeans in the 14th century or later; and the Malankara rite, who are a part of the original Kerala Syrian Church, who decided not to follow the Pope during the Portuguese influence, however, decided to come back to Catholicism in 1930. At this point, 2/3 of the Indian Christians are Roman Catholics, and the rest belong to various Protestant denominations. The approximate breakdown of Indian Christians is shown here. Catholic Latin Rite, 11.8 million. Catholic Syro-Malabar, 4 million. Catholic Malankara Rite, 500,000. Orthodox and Jacobite, 2.5 million. Marthamite, 0.6 million. Church of South India, 3.8 million. Church of North India, 1.25 million. Seventh-day Adventists, 1 million. Methodists, 0.6 million. Baptists, 2.4 million. Indian Brethren, 1 million. Lutheran, 1.2 million. Presbyterian, 0.8 million. Evangelical, 0.3 million. A total of 25 million Christians in India. Type Christianity in India on Google or Wikipedia, and you can get a good account of the history of the Indian Christian Church from the Wikipedia article. A Catholic Mass is going on here. This is St. Thomas Church in Nalugodi, my home parish. The church is in the Archdiocese of Changanasheri. Kerala has 29 Catholic dioceses. My home diocese is the Changanasheri Archdiocese, established in 1896 as a vicariate and formally as a diocese in 1923. If you go to their webpage, this is what you find.